O island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hand, all my days I will sing and praise of her forest waters, her shining sand.
Greetings, fellow Barbadians. The song which you just heard was one of my favorite songs as a child. It made me feel proud to be a Barbadian, and it caused me today to reflect on our independence. Independence for countries has a special meaning. As far as Barbados is concerned, the debate in 1966 on the importance of becoming an independent nation centered on our right to self-determination, our right to take the place in the world in the family of nations, confident in our ability to manage our own affairs, and with a vision that offered for our people a better tomorrow for themselves and for their children. 48 years later, I submit that the confidence that men like the Right Excellent Earl Walton Barrow and Hilton Vaughan had that we as Barbadians could take our country forward was fully justified. The Barbados that they led into independence bears little resemblance to the Barbados of today. Gone is the sight of malnourished children struggling to complete secondary school. Gone are the high child mortality rates. Long forgotten are the trips to the standpipe to draw water in the substandard living conditions of too many of our people. We have as a nation, until very recently, exceeded the early expectations of a small country of 250,000 souls, dependent on a single crop, with little or no industry, that would have to bear the cost of its own defense and its own foreign policy at the United Nations, while still providing for the health and welfare of its people. I think we can be proud of what we have achieved thus far. Game-changing social and economic policies by both political parties in our first 4 decades of nationhood have bestowed on us the encomium of punching above our weight. I speak specifically of universal free education and health care, the right to tenantry land ownership that altered the lives of so many people, and the build-out of an international financial industry. When you add to this our leadership in the Caribbean and in hemispheric affairs, Barbados stands out as a success story in the region. The question must be asked, what has changed this worldview and this regional view of our beloved country, and how can we get back on track? History is always our best teacher. It can take us back to the foundations of our success and teach us how to avoid repeating earlier mistakes. There have been ups and downs in every decade since independence. The highs have been a consequence of visionary choices and astute management of our resources. The lows, regrettably, have been caused sometimes by external shocks over which we had no control, and regrettably, inappropriate political decisions. As we look back to 1966 and the mindset of our leaders, the one thing that stands out is confidence. Yes, there were naysayers, but our leaders had confidence in our capacity as a people and in their own ability to harness that capacity and confidence and convert it to progress. If there is one thing that is absent in today's environment, regrettably, it is confidence. There's a decay of confidence in those who have been entrusted to lead us that is now the single largest deterrent to growth in our economy and a turnaround. The absence of confidence is a particularly debilitating affliction for a country. We are now so unsure of ourselves that there is a wavering of confidence in the morality of free education and health care, policies that lifted too many of our people out of poverty. I put it to you that we have not yet reached the stage where we can abandon these foundation policies. In fact, we are likely to severely retard future growth and development if we do, and to negatively affect thousands of Barbadian families who depend on that ability to access free education and health care. We must find ways to sustain the state's ability to provide these services while keeping our country safe and stable. There is also a dilution of confidence in our system of government and governance, a system which we once used to be proud of, has been sullied as a thing of mistrust, with all politicians painted with the same brush. And while I concede that politicians themselves bear some responsibility for this, as a nation, we believe, and we must believe, that we still have options, and we must not be afraid to modernize our systems of governance, to change how we do business, to reflect the very different times in which we now live. This lack of confidence is crippling our country. Bajans want things to happen. We want things to be better. But our confidence has been so badly shattered by incompetence and failure that we labor under the misconception that no one can do any better. I urge you, do not succumb to this mistrust, to this pessimism. I ask you, do not give up hope on our Barbados. I have the greatest confidence in our commitment as Barbadians to our country, and I am confident that with creative and compassionate leadership, Barbadians have the ability to turn this country around and to restore the fundamental things that matter to Bajans that have marked our passage to independent nationhood. On behalf of the Barbados Labour Party family and my own family, I wish all Barbadians today, wherever they reside, wherever you are, a happy and blessed independence, with the assurance that better days do lie ahead. God bless you. God bless Barbados. Have a good day.